that even a child would be able to understand what is that. And finally, Sir had given me as a subset the Sustainable Goals of Development of United Nations. All of them are listed here. Open your eyes and see. It is just the 8th part that Srinarayana Gurudevan told about a long, long time ago. So who has learned from whom? I don't know. Whether United Mission is copying Srinarayana Gurudevan or Srinarayana Gurudevan is copying United Nations, but the truth is the truth. It is the same everywhere. The goals for sustainable human development is the same whether a Srinarayana Guru says or any other religion says or even I say. For sustainable development, what we need are the same things. And these are just a few of the slides that I am rushing through. These are the works that I have done at SN United. We have cleaned Auckland, we have cleaned Revive Velayani, we have cleaned Shangubum Beach. We have worked with other NGOs, partnered with them. Even Gurudhan Swami has been our guide, guru to us. And we hope to do good work together. And given this international audience that Shashikumar sir has so given me this opportunity to present on Srinarayana Gurudevan's words, I know it was his immense trust in me in giving such an important topic to what I would say is a layman among you. Because I am neither a guru nor am I a spiritual leader. I am just a small boy walking the paths, trying to learn from all of you. And I bring to you greetings from SN United, and I thank all of you for this patient listening. And I just want to conclude by saying that all of us are one. Let us remain together, and I hope we will have peace prevail throughout. And this is surely a major step. And the third time I am attending this conference, it has gone from a small beginning to a 2-day conference. And congratulations to all the organizers. And thank you once again for having me here for the 3rd year. Thank you. And this is the last slide. Jadi Bedam Madadvesham Edamillade Sarvarum Sodaratena Varana Madraga Sthanamana. This is what we say. This is Srinarayana Gurudevan's own words. We are beyond caste, we are beyond religion, and we are like brothers in our association where we strive together for the good of mankind. Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor. Taking up a new topic. Topic is not new, but seeing it in a different angle and presenting in a very simple manner. Now, we have with us Acharya Vivek Muniji Maharaj from Delhi, and Swamiji is a founder of Acharya Sushil Muniji Mission. Swamiji belongs to Jain Sampradaya or Shvedambar, I think. With all respect, may I invite you and render this. Thank you.
वर्ल्ड पीस समिट के इस पावन अवसर पर संयुक्त राष्ट्र संघ द्वारा घोषित 1 से 7 फरवरी तक विश्व अंतर धार्मिक सद्भावना सप्ताह के अवसर पर वर्ल्ड पीस समिट में हम सभी लोग यहां पर एकत्रित हुए। कैसे विकास भी हो और उसके साथ हम विनाश से भी बचें, क्योंकि स्थिति आज अगर वर्तमान में हम पूरे विश्व सहिष्णुता वो उन्हें अवेयर करें, जागृत करें, संगठित करें, क्योंकि आज जो स्थिति है उसमें जैन धर्म के जो सिद्धांत हैं, अहिंसा, अनेकांत, जियो और जीने दो, सही अस्तित्व को एग्जिस्टेंस, आज उसकी जरूरत है। अहिंसा परमो धर्म, अहिंसा परम धर्म है। नॉन वायलेंस इज सुप्रीम रिलीजन। जियो और जीने दो, कि हम स्वयं जिए और अन्य लोगों को भी जीने दें, अन्य प्राणियों को भी जीने दें, क्योंकि जीवन अगर देखें तो हमारा स्वतंत्र नहीं, जीवन एक दूसरे पर आश्रित है। लाइफ इज नॉट डिपेंडेंट, लाइफ इज इंटरडिपेंडेंट। अगर हम देखें, हमारे जीवन का जो आधार है श्वास, ऑक्सीजन से ही हमारा जीवन चल रहा है। वो हमें कहां से मिलती है? वृक्षों से मिलती है। जल ही जीवन है, बिना पानी के हम कुछ दिन ही निकाल सकते हैं, और बिना भोजन के कुछ उससे अधिक दिन रह सकते हैं, लेकिन बिना श्वास के, बिना ऑक्सीजन के कुछ क्षण ही जी सकते हैं। और वो भी कोई प्राणायाम, योग साधना करता है तो कुछ मिनट जी सकेगा। लेकिन कहने का मेरा मतलब कि जो जीवन के लिए सर्वाधिक जरूरी है, जिसके बिना हम एक मिनट भी नहीं जी सकते हैं, उस हवा को, ऑक्सीजन को हमने प्रदूषित कर दिया। महानगरों में ये समस्या बहुत बड़ी है, और जिसके प्रदूषण के कारण ही आज ग्लोबल वार्मिंग, जलवायु परिवर्तन की समस्या हम पूरे विश्व में देख रहे हैं। दरकते पहाड़, पिघलते ग्लेशियर, धधकते ज्वालामुखी, जलते जंगल, कहीं अतिवृष्टि हो रही है, कहीं अनावृष्टि हो रही है, और कोरोना जैसी महामारियां जन्म ले रही हैं, जो बहुत ही विनाश का संकेत दे रही हैं कि अब भी मनुष्य तू जाग जा, और प्रकृति मां है, और नेचर के जो पंचभूत, 5 जो तत्व हैं, उन्हें गंदा मत कर, उन्हें प्रदूषित मत कर। आज जरूरी है कि हम पर्यावरण के प्रति जागृत हों और वृक्ष लगाएं, जल बचाएं, वृक्ष लगाएं, जल बचाएं, प्रदूषण हटाएं, धरती बचाएं, सभी को सुखी और स्वस्थ बनाएं। हमसे पूर्व पहले सेशन में बहुत सारे लोगों ने बात की कि शिक्षा के द्वारा, संस्कारों के द्वारा ही हम इन विचारों को बीज के रूप में बच्चों में बो सकते हैं, और अगर शिक्षा के साथ इसे जोड़ दिया जाए तो ही बचपन में और बच्चों में वो संस्कार आएंगे, तो सहज ही प्रकृति का संरक्षण होगा, संवर्धन होगा। अभी मैं देखता हूं गांवों में विशेष रूप से, जहां पानी कम था और माताएं बहनें दूर जाकर के पानी नल से लाती थी, हैंडपंप से या कुएं से लाती थी, वहां गांवों में कहीं भी बहुत कीचड़ नहीं होता था, क्योंकि पानी का जो उपयोग होता था वो बहुत ही जागृति पूर्वक होता था, बहुत ही कम होता था। लेकिन जब से पानी फ्री में और अधिक लोगों को मिलने लग गया, गांव में आप देखें कीचड़ है, पानी बहुत मिसयूज होता है, और उसके कारण जहां वो पानी रुकता है उस गंदगी में मच्छर पैदा होते हैं, जिसके कारण मलेरिया, डेंगू और इस प्रकार की अनेक प्रकार की बीमारियां जन्म लेती। तो हमें जहां भी हम रहते हैं, जिस परिवार में, समाज में, गली में, मोहल्ले में, वहां हमें जिम्मेवारी लेनी होगी संगठित होकर के कि उस आसपास के एरिया में कहीं भी गंदगी है तो उसे हम मिलके साफ करेंगे और आगे उस गंदगी को फैलने नहीं देंगे। ये बहुत जरूरी है। और विभिन्न धर्मों के लोगों के बीच शांतिपूर्ण सहअस्तित्व ही विश्व की शांति और समृद्धि की कुंजी। जैन धर्म का मूल सिद्धांत है अहिंसा, अनेकांत। तो अनेकांत की यह दृष्टि है कि विश्व में जितने भी धर्म हैं, संप्रदाय या दर्शन हैं, उनमें कहीं ना कहीं सत्य छुपा हुआ, और उस सत्य को जानने के लिए समन्वय की बुद्धि चाहिए, श्रद्धा का हृदय चाहिए और प्रेम से भरी हुई आंखें चाहिए। अगर ये हुआ तो हम कहीं भी ये पॉजिटिव सकारात्मक विचार होंगे, सकारात्मक भाव होंगे, सोच होगी। और जब सकारात्मकता हमारे जीवन में आती है तो किसी कवि ने कहा है कि भला बुरा नहीं कोई रूप से कहलाता है, भला बुरा नहीं कोई रूप से कहलाता है, कि दृष्टि भेद ही सभी गुण दोष दिखलाता है, कि दृष्टि भेद ही सभी गुण दोष दिखलाता है। कोई ढूंढता है कमल की कली को कीचड़ में, कोई ढूंढता है कमल की कली को कीचड़ में, किसी को पूनम के चांद में भी दाग नजर आता है, किसी को पूनम के चांद में भी दाग नजर आता है। जिसकी दोष दृष्टि होती है वो फूल में भी और चांद में भी दाग को खोज लेता, और जिसकी गुणग्राही दृष्टि होती है, सकारात्मक दृष्टि होती है, श्रद्धा से वो, प्रेम से वो परिपूर्ण भरा हुआ होता है, वो उसे अगर कीचड़ के पास भी, गंदगी के पास भी भेज दें तो वहां से भी कमल की कली का मतलब वहां से भी वो अच्छाई को, सद्गुणों को, कोई अच्छी चीज को खोज लेगा, देख लेगा। तो जीवन में हमें सकारात्मक सोचना है, पॉजिटिव सोचना है। और कहा भी है कवि ने कि सोच को बदलो सितारे बदल जाएंगे। जब हम सोच बदलते हैं अपनी, तो जिन्हें कहते हैं ज्योतिष के रूप में सितारे की, स्टार अब आ रहे, पॉजिटिव नहीं है, हमारे साथ नहीं, वो स्टार भी साथ हो जाते हैं। सोच को बदलो सितारे बदल जाएंगे, नजरों को बदलो नजारे बदल जाएंगे। सोच को बदलो, सितारे बदल जाएंगे। नजरों को बदलो, नजारे बदल जाएंगे। कश्तियां बदलने की जरूरत नहीं है, कश्तियां बदलने की जरूरत नहीं है। दिशाओं को बदलो, किनारे बदल जाएंगे। दिशाओं को बदलो, किनारे बदल जाएंगे। अपनी जो दिशा अगर गलत है तो उसे पॉजिटिव तरफ, सकारात्मक तरफ, सही दिशा में अपनी गाड़ी को मोड़ दो तो आपको मंजिल मिल जाएगी। तो कहने का मतलब कि हम अपने जीवन में जो अनेकांत है, अनेकांत की जो दृष्टि है, वो हमें समन्वय का मार्ग दिखाती है, सद्भाव का मार्ग दिखाती है, और सभी धर्मों में जो अच्छाई रूपी गुण हैं उनको ग्रहण करने की सोच और दृष्टि देती है, विचार देती है, भाव देती है। तो आज वर्तमान में जो धर्म और संप्रदायों के प्रति जो संघर्ष, टकराव चल रहा है, उसमें बहुत जरूरी है कि हम सकारात्मकता से भरें, क्योंकि संघर्ष, टकराव, हिंसा, आतंकवाद और युद्ध किसी भी समस्या का समाधान नहीं। समाधान बातचीत के द्वारा, प्रेम प्यार से ही निकाला जा सकता है, क्योंकि हिंसा हमेशा प्रतिहिंसा को जन्म देती है। ये कभी ना रुकने वाला अंतहीन सिलसिला है। इसलिए संवाद के द्वारा ही, बातचीत के द्वारा ही, पीसफुल डायलॉग के द्वारा ही सभी समस्याओं का समाधान ढूंढा जा सकता है, जिसकी परम आवश्यकता है, जरूरत है। चाहे वो घर की समस्याएं हों, चाहे समाज की समस्याएं हों, या राष्ट्रों की समस्याएं हों, उसमें बहुत जरूरी है कि हम आपस में मिलकर के समाधान निकालें। और यही सभी महापुरुषों ने हमें संदेश दिया है। आज तीसरे विश्व युद्ध की कगार पर खड़े हुए विश्व को भगवान श्री राम की मर्यादा, भगवान महावीर की अहिंसा, बुद्ध की करुणा, यीशु का प्रेम, हजरत मोहम्मद का भाईचारा, गुरु नानक का सेवा भाव ही विश्व को शांति की, अमन की राह दिखा सकता है। उन्होंने जो हमें सिद्धांत दिए, जो मार्ग बताया, उस पर अगर हम चलेंगे तो विश्व में पूरी तरह से शांति स्थापित हो सकेगी। और सह अस्तित्व, कि हम अपने अस्तित्व के प्रति जैसे जागृत हैं कि हम अपने को बचाना चाहते हैं। हमारी कोई इंसल्ट करता है या हमें अपमानित करता है या हमें मिटाना चाहता है, नुकसान पहुंचाना चाहता है, तो उसके प्रति हम अपने अस्तित्व को बचाने के लिए और उसे आदर और सम्मान दिलाने के लिए सतत प्रयास करते हैं। जैसे हम अपने अस्तित्व को सुरक्षित रखना चाहते हैं, इसी प्रकार हम अन्य लोगों के और अन्य प्राणियों के, जीवों के अस्तित्व को भी सुरक्षा प्रदान करें। जो हम स्वयं के लिए चाहते हैं, वैसा ही अन्य जीवों और अन्य प्राणियों के लिए हम चाहें। लेकिन आज वर्तमान में एक मानव दूसरे मनुष्य को, एक समाज दूसरे समाज को, एक राष्ट्र दूसरे राष्ट्र को गुलाम बनाना चाहता है, अपने नियंत्रण में रखना चाहता है और उसे जीतना चाहता है। यह जो मानसिकता है, ये जो सोच है, ये जो विचार है, ये विश्व के लिए बहुत ही घातक और खतरनाक है। इसके लिए विशेष रूप से खास करके प्रयास जो चल रहे हैं वो तो हैं ही, चाहे यूनाइटेड नेशन के द्वारा हो रहे हैं, चाहे यूनेस्को के द्वारा, चाहे यूनिसेफ के द्वारा, या अन्य जो शांतिप्रिय प्रिय देश हैं या नेता है या धर्माचार्यगण हैं, वो भी कर रहे हैं। लेकिन उससे भी जरूरी है कि हर व्यक्ति जो भी जिसको मानता है, जिस रूप में मानता है, उस परम शक्ति को, परमात्मा को, ईश्वर को, अल्लाह को, गॉड को वो हमेशा प्रार्थना करे कि विश्व में अमन और शांति हो। परमात्मा ऐसी शक्ति सामर्थ्य दे, ऐसी सोच लोगों को दे कि जो शांति से जिए। तो सभी को इसके लिए प्रार्थना करनी चाहिए। और अंत में मैं इतना ही कहूंगा, विश्व समन्वय अनेकांत पथ, विश्व समन्वय अनेकांत पथ, सर्वोदय का हो प्रतिपल गान। सभी का उदय हो, सभी का उत्थान हो, सभी का कल्याण हो, सभी का मंगल हो। सर्वोदय का हो प्रतिपल गान, मैत्री करुणा सब जीवों पर, मैत्री करुणा सब जीवों पर। अहिंसा धर्म जग ज्योति महान, अहिंसा धर्म जग ज्योति महान। वर्ल्ड पीस समिट की मधुर बेला में, वर्ल्ड पीस समिट की मधुर बेला में बहे अहिंसा शांति प्रेम की छल छल धारा, बहे अहिंसा शांति प्रेम की छल छल धारा। शांत स्वच्छ शीतल हो तन मन, शांत स्वच्छ शीतल हो तन मन। मिटे अंतर जगत का और बहिर्जगत का कलमल सारा, मिटे अंतर जगत और बहिर्जगत का कलमल सारा। मैं इन्हीं भावों विचारों के साथ में सभी आयोजकों को, संस्थाओं को विशेष रूप से इस कार्यक्रम के लिए हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं और बधाई देता हूं। विशेष रूप से दिलीप जी को, शशि जी को और उनके सभी साथी लोगों को कि एक सुंदर आयोजन यहां पर किया। और मैं समझता हूं कि इस सफल आयोजन के लिए आपको, आपकी पूरी टीम को हार्दिक बधाई, शुभकामनाएं। इन्हीं भावों के साथ में मैं अपनी वाणी को विराम देता हूं। ओम शांति शांति।
നമ്മുടെ അവതാരക മുങ്ങി ഐസ്ക്രീം കഴിക്കാൻ പോയെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ് ഇതുവരെ എത്തിയിട്ടില്ല. എനിവേ, just take it on lighter way. So thank you Acharya ji, thank you so much. कविता, भावना, साहित्य सभी मिलाकर के हमने हमारा दिल बहलाया और ज्ञान भी आपने हमें बांटा. थैंक यू सो मच. और अभी नाउ वी हैव विथ राबी Rikel Malekar. Sorry if I have misspelled it. It's okay. So, Rabi is a Jewish leader and very popular in Delhi circle. And not only him, and through him only I got this Nilakshi madam and Jain Acharya ji. And thank you so much. And with all respect, I hope that your wife is okay right now. How is she? Fine. Thank God. And he was supposed to join us yesterday. And he usually comes one day early and leave up to the end of the conclave or summit. But this time, he is having some domestic problem and we will be missing. And he will be leaving tomorrow early morning. And now I request you to come and share your thoughts on world peace. Thank you.
Namaste. You know, I always feel extremely happy whenever I come to Kerala because Kerala is so close to my heart. Not only Christianity, but if I say Judaism also come through the Kerala. And we have the oldest Jewish temple in Cochin and Matanchari, which is 1500 years old. And I would like to tell audience that India is mentioned in the Old Testament in the book of Esther. King Ahasuerus ruled from Hodu to Ethiopia. Hodu means India. That time there was a trade or business between King Solomon and those spices and ivory, we used to go from Kerala. So I always feel that Kerala is in fact paradise on earth for me. So I feel very happy whenever I come to Kerala. And though I am a Jew, I'm not going to say any Jewish prayer, but I would like to say that Janani Janma Bhumischa Swargadapi Gariyase. Mother who gives you birth and the country where you are born are greater than heaven, because mother is very, very important. And in fact, Judaism is not patriarch, it is a matriarch. So more important is the mother for us. And why I say so, because Jews have been living in India for the last 2000 years, and India is the only place or the country in the world that Jews have never faced anti-Semitism and persecution. And therefore I always say that it is our Janma Bhumi, it is our Matra Bhumi. And when the President of Israel came to synagogue, BBC asked me, what is your impression about Israel and India? I said, Israel is in my heart, but India is in my blood. And but unfortunately, what I find that in India, we have been divided between different religions and caste and creed. And whenever I attend the conference or seminars in India or outside India, we are all divided. I say I'm representing Judaism, Buddhism, Sikhism, but no one comes and say that I'm an Indian first and Jews second, or my religion so. So we must say that we are Indians first. Unfortunately, we have forgot our own country and our Indian culture. That is very important. Coming to the Bible, Rabbi Hillel was asked to explain Torah. Torah is the holy scripture of Judaism. So Rabbi Hillel said, what is hateful and hurtful to you, do not do to others, by action or through the words. If you are not able to appreciate others, do not say the bad words. Because when you say the bad words, that person will never forget till his death. Because it is said in Hindi, ये आपका मुख है, it is the Brahmanda, and the words are like the Brahmastra. So you have to be very careful. If you are not able to appreciate others, do not say the bad words. And I remember I used to tell a story that one person was in the habit of always criticizing others. So one day he said to Kaku, Koyal, you sing so melancholy, your voice is so sweet, melodious, but the difficulty with you, your color is black. Have you not been black, you would have been better. Then that person tells to Rose, you're the king of the flowers, but why there are thorns? Always, pointing out the mistakes. And then he said to sea, that your kingdom is so vast, but your water is salty. So the cuckoo and the rose and the sea all together said to that person, oh God, why this person is always criticizing? If you had not been this bad habit of cursing others, it would have been better. So if cannot appreciate, do not say the bad words. And coming to the, any religion, prayer is most important, because during COVID-19, there have been many patients, and I've been telling everyone, as it is said in the Psalm 23, Psalm 121, that if I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, because God is with me. You belong to any religion, whether you are a Hindu, Christian, Muslim, Jain, Buddhist. If you say that God is with me, that feeling is very important. But you must say the prayer from the core of your heart. Then comes the repentance. Repentance means whatever you are doing. For example, in Judaism, we have the Yom Kippur, asking for the forgiveness. and then comes the Sedaka. Sedaka means charity. Charity will save you from the death. Then coming to the Manavata, humanity. I always say that if you read the Rig Veda, it is said that you have the three debts. One is the Devaruna, go and find that person. Then he called after some time, Duryodhana. Duryodhana, will you kindly go and find out a person? No, he asked Yudhishthira, go and find the person with full of vices, sinner, who has committed many crimes. Bring that person to me. And he thereafter he said, Duryodhana, you go and get person who is full pious, purity of heart, and bring that person. After few months, the Yudhishthira comes and tells, Lord Krishna, I am very sorry if I could find 99 faults with that person, but there is one goodness in that person. So then what did you do? I looked at myself. Then said, Yudhishthira, there is no need to go and find out other person. You are the person. So he presented himself before the Lord Krishna. Then Duryodhana come. Duryodhana, what happened? Who is that pious person? And who is full of virtues? Yudhishthira said, Lord, I am the one. There is no need to find another person. So these are the two, points. So you have to think over it. And at the end I will say, Sangachadvam samvandadam savo manasi janatam. हम क्या बनाने आए थे, क्या बना बैठे. अरे हमसे तो अच्छे परिंदे हैं, कभी मंदिर में बैठ जाते हैं, कभी मस्जिद में बैठ जाते हैं.
We are so grateful to Rabbi Ezekiel for his very valuable speech. Last year also, every year it is a great experience to listen to him. Thank you, sir. So we will have 3 more presentations in the afternoon session, 10 minutes each, 30 minutes for 3 presenters. We have Ravi Kandage, then Father Jameson and Father Shelton Daniel. After that, we will have tea break and then beautiful cultural presentations. Sri Lankan delegation will be presenting 2 items for us. Never miss that. Then our boys and girls, they also can present something if they want. Then a special announcement, if any of you would like to take part in the 10th International Holy Books Conference in Switzerland, you can either contact me or Matai Kutisar, who is here. So in between we can do that. Now Ravi Kandage, please come forward. I would like to present Sri Ravi Kandage from Sri Lanka. He is the coordinator of URI in Sri Lanka now, and he is also the executive vice president of the Sarvodaya movement in Sri Lanka. It is a great movement founded by the Sri Lankan Gandhi. In Sri Lanka also we have a Gandhi, Mahatma Gandhi, Dr. A.T. Aryaratna. He founded this organization now, which is present in 15,000 villages in Sri Lanka. They are doing a lot. So the whole delegation, 15 people are here. Ravi is leading the delegation. Great leader. He was a URI global trustee for 12 years. From very beginning of URI, Ravi was there. So we first met in Bali, Indonesia, when we had the first Asia Pacific conference for URI in 2001. So, much experienced URI leader. Hand over to Ravi.
Thank you, Dr. Abraham, my long-time friends. Thank you, introductions for me. The religious leaders and distinguished guests, my dear friend. I am very glad to meet all of you, all the beginning of this new year, 2024. I am grateful to Dr. Abraham to creating this wonderful opportunity to meet all of you on this beautiful day. I wish you all the very best because you all have come together for the social needs that the world community has thirst. The existing wars and conflict are oppressing innocent civilians, including children in the Middle East and other parts of the world, showing us the urgent need of sustainable peace to the world. We all should work hard to strengthen our bonds, relationships, and friendships more and more among all of us. There are a lot of things we are able to do for beginning religious harmony to our society, which is one of unavoidable responsibility entrusted to us. There are promises of oneness. The power of peace redefine sustainable development of humanity. This year the theme of this summit is very important. We should change the traditions of finding solution for our ethno-religious issues within only our ethno-religious groups and should work together to find common solution for ethno-religious matters. Promoting this culture will benefit our society as well. Many societal factors are in favor of social segregations and thus our duty should be directed to work for the betterment of all. Forgetting our own priorities, we need to be the real examples for the society as civil leaders. Today's society needs ideal leaderships, religious leaders, civil leaders, as well as the ideal of leaders at various social levels are more needed in the today's world. Because society is used the following. Therefore, it should be a release to today's society, the things that are suitable to follow. All of our religious philosophies have shown message which are suitable for the ideal. But what we are doing today, we put them aside and set our lifestyle according to the needs of the modern political and commercial worlds. Therefore, the community needs strict guidance. Group like us have a role to play here. There are some points that we need to pay attention to society. We should reject the factors that divided society based on various factors completely. It may be caste, it may be social class, which is based on race, color, religion, politics or economic factors. Instead of an over-consumption lifestyle, effort should be made the adoptions of the consumption based on basic needs. A social environmental should be created to generate people who have sensitive heart should themselves as well as others. Cooperation should be promoted instead of competitions. We need to lay the foundation to build a society that create equal opportunity for all. And we need to disappear the culture of discriminations and oppressions of the oppressed one more and more. We need to join hand with our social activists to go to the practical procedures to the socialize this. We need to decide ourselves to that honestly. I remember the great saying of South African leader Nelson Mandela. We should have a clear vision. Having a vision along is not enough, but should have action too. Having action along is also not enough, but should have a vision. I believe we all should pay special attention to the meaningful words of Nelson Mandela. Through these productive discussions, my wish is to build a strong foundation to bring some remarkable changes to South Asia and the other parts of the world. To make this reality, I ensure the sincere dedication and inspirations of themselves along with all URI community. Finally, I congratulate the group of 15 members who came with me from here, from Sri Lanka, for this time. Thank you very much for create opportunity for Dr. Abraham and organizing committee. Thank you all.
Thank you, Ravi. Always it's a pleasure to work with you. So now we have Father Jameson. Please come forward. Jameson Pallikunna. He is a famous Marthoma priest. He was the director of the JMM Study Center in Trivandrum. Now he is transferred to Kambangoda Marthoma Church. He had his doctorate and education in Europe, Ireland. Very famous writer, authored so many books. Father Jameson is a very good, dedicated author and scholar. So we are very privileged to have him here. So he will speak for the next 10 minutes. We are only giving 10 minutes for all, but later we will give you all these papers. We will publish a souvenir where we will include all the papers so we can read it in detail. Thank you, Acha.
Very good evening to you all. Let us bow heads in prayer. Asadoma Satgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityoma Mridangamaya Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. I consider it as a great privilege to be with you all, and special thanks to Dr. Abraham Karikam, sir, for this wonderful opportunity he has given to present my paper in this august body. Today I am going to present the theme, Nonviolence in the Cosmos, a Matter of Justice. You know, one of the simplest definition of God is a God of promise. God is a God of love, and God is a God of unity. As a people of God who are carrying the image and creativity of God, our calling is to be the ambassadors of peace, unity, and love wherever we are. As we know, we are living in a world of violence. It surrounds us in numerous ways. It is a universal phenomenon apparent from our very beginning. Each and every aspect of human existence is under the threat of direct or indirect forms of violence. It is obvious that we are under the fear of its bondage, and our entire lives are enclosed in its shadow. Violence can be defined in various ways because it has different dimensions: cultural, biological, political, social, economic, and ecological. It comes in diverse forms and in various degrees, and all types of it leads to anarchy in the society, which denies others' right to exist and live in peace and equality. Apart from human beings, nature and other inhabitants of Mother Earth are under its threat. Robert McAfee Brown points out that whatever violates another in the sense of disregarding or abusing or denying that other, whether physical harm is involved or not, can be understood as an act of violence. The basic definition of violence would then become violation of personhood. Innumerable current events shows us this barbaric act, such as war, terrorism, nuclear weapons, ethnic problems, social cultural genocide, and atrocities on women, minorities, and other marginalized and vulnerable communities. In addition to this, religious fundamentalism, cultural nationalism, and exclusive ideologies pose a grave threat to human peace and nonviolence. Institutional forms of violence such as poverty, racism, and sexism also continue as an interminable blight. In many societies, the dominant groups use their authority or power to assert dominance, enforce subjugation, and to exploit the marginless or powerless. Here, a person's competence and existence in life are completely negated, and they are controlled and neglected. In such a situation, violence becoming a monologue, which threats the other person as an object to be manipulated and exploited. In summary, violence is that which dehumanizes a person. Justice and eco-violence. It is crystal clear that Earth is being exploited in various ways and may soon die. Degradation of land, water and air, the devastating consequence of chemical and nuclear pollution, deforestation, and extinction of species, holes in the ozone layer, the impending floods due to global warming, population exploitation, etc., threaten the earth and her inhabitants. Only humans degrade the environment, pollute the earth, explode nuclear devices, destroy forests, dominate and exploit the poor, kill their brothers and sisters, and make this planet unlivable for themselves and all other organisms. Here the complexity of life increases, and that destroys harmony between creatures. We are responsible for this condition, and we ourselves are the victims, especially the minorities and the discriminated. Violence is always connected with the matter of justice. As long as the struggle for justice is our sole concern, we will be unable to renounce violence because it sometimes does prove successful in achieving short-term goals. In this crisis, Dr. K.C. Abraham, one of the Third World theologian, expounded the ecological issues should be seen as a matter of justice. For him, liberation for the whole creation from its bondage of injustice and violence is most important. Eco-justice symbolizes the conviction that issues of justice and ecology are of crucial importance and that human survival depends upon both. It provides us a way of looking at economic issues through the lens of environmental health, and looking at environmental, economic and ecological issues are two sides of the same coin. That is sustainable well-being of all creation. It promotes the protection of a healthy environment and justice for all people. Hence, eco-justice means justice to all of God's creation. Jürgen Moltmann says, we shall not be able to achieve social justice without justice for the natural environment. We shall not be able to achieve justice for nature without social justice. So here, justice means the end of all kinds of violence. The liberation of creation and the glorious freedom of God's children are the ultimate goal for the entire creation. As a people of God, what is our responsibility? Our responsibility is to be the ambassadors of peace and non-violence. This vocation is grounded in the teaching of Jesus. Jesus taught non-violence through his life, death, and resurrection. And he revealed the qualities and essence of a harmonious life. A Christian understanding of caring must be discerned in the way of Jesus of Nazareth. His striking features is that he did not look after his own interest, but always in the interest of others. He was a man for the other. If we look at his life, we can perceive that he was always vigilant against the evil surrounding him. However, the evil forces of society killed him, and chaotic powers tried to overcome his virtue. The vigilant interaction of God through the resurrection destroys them. As a people of God, our responsibility is to make sure that evil does not conquer goodness. As a community of brothers and sisters, We are called out to uphold the values of non-violence, not in order to preserve its purity, but to express its fidelity to God. Non-violence is not a matter of legalism, but of discipleship. It is a way God has chosen to overthrow evil in the world with the practice of God's system. We are called out to be the ambassadors of non-violent because it reflects the very nature of God. It is not a fringe concern, rather it is the essence of gospel. Therefore, Jesus' non-violent followers should not be called pacifists, but simply the people of God. It must be understood that a major part of Jesus' ministry was to re-establish proper relationship by teaching us to eliminate all types of violence, such as inequalities, injustice, oppression, and greed, the root cause of human problems and environmental crisis. So let us look at his life and learn from him for a better world. The people of values, the prophet of nonviolence such as Mahatma Gandhi, Martin Luther King Jr., Dom Helder Camara, and Adolf Perez Esquivel inspire millions to uphold the values of nonviolence and counter the forces of evil and culture of death and violence. They demonstrate the path of active nonviolence through their meaningful interactions with society. In order to foster nonviolence, no one has to renounce the spirit of vengeance and embrace the power of love. Nothing is more subversive and transforming than love. Nonviolence depends on nurturing a culture of solidarity, dialogue, and participation. It is in the absence of these practices that a society turns violent. The thorn of violence will reduce if we stop oppressing others. We are created not for violence, not for oppression and exploitation, but for the preservation of the whole of creation and the establishment of the reign of God on this beautiful earth. This is a message of the Bible that is a novel radiance to our cosmos. Yes, we are the ambassadors of unity, love, and compassion. May God bless us to do our best to enhance the beauty of this world. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Arjun. It's a beautiful thesis on cosmos and violence. See, in 2024, URI is addressing a special subject, that is prevention of violent extremism, PVE. We are training 40 people in this topic, and they are all coming to Calcutta next week. 40 people, they are learning this subject, particularly violent extremism. So this is a good introduction to that. Now we go to Father Shelton Daniel. In URI we have, Achan, please come, Shelton. Achan. So URI we have something called the Candy experience. So prevention of violence we have to learn from the Candy people. Our Candy Cooperation Circle is in the forefront of this. Whenever there is an eruption of violence in Sri Lanka, they are in the forefront to interfere because they have a wonderful group of interfaith people. And Father Shelton Daniel is from Kandy, Sri Lanka. Let us listen to him. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Abraham. It's a great privilege and pleasure for me to stand in front of you. And greetings from my motherland while I'm standing in my mother's land, because my mother is from this land, Kerala. The promise of oneness, the power of peace, redefining sustainable development of humanity. The essence of all religion is one. Only the approaches are different, said by the great Mahatma Gandhi. My dear friends of peace, in peace, summoned to work for peace in peace. Let me share our collective thoughts as a group came from Sri Lanka, out of our experience, and underline the importance of the role of religions, working towards sustainable development through promoting and working for peace, justice, and education. Wherever humans live, they live as communities and the communities have their own cultures and religions. The religions play a vital role in forming and shaping the thinking, attitude, and behavioral patterns of people and their development in every place. Therefore, in human development, religions have a greater role to play. On the other hand, when it comes to well-rounded development, or the development which is supposed to meet all 17 goals of the Sustainable Development Goals, it embraces every aspect of the planet and human. In this view, religions which are human-made have emerged to be the absolute and complete channels of holistic transformation. But the history has showed us the truth to what extent the religions have got sidetracked by many a time at both micro and macro levels. This shows us the possibility and the power of religion to work for or against oneness, which is crucial for human development. This depends on how people use and interpret religions. Therefore, religions should get back to their desired and intended focus in solidarity for an integral change in the society in bringing peace. And to make this, religions should hold hands together in oneness. If religions are made and practiced by human, the timely needs for human development should be clearly understood by religions through human and for human. If sustainable peace or sustaining peace is the dire need of the society, faith actors should be able to make use religion and interpret religions to provide tools for peace for human rather than justifying, welcoming or promoting war and violence. For instance, such as economic crisis, war, poverty, natural disasters should not be understood or taught by the religions as the will of God or plan of God for the country or as a curse from God, of God. In the light of this, the work of every religion and faith-based organizations is to be a force for the transformation in the society, aiming to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals. Religions should be reinterpreted, their rituals and symbolic realms providing necessary space for unifying the contradictory factors and forces of the society. A relentless battle against any form of injustice and violence, regardless of nourished by religion ideologies, through promoting of interreligious collaborations. This will help to bridge not only one particular group of people, but the entire society and religion in a positive and constructive manner. Today in the world, especially in Asian context, majority of the people, almost all the people who are crying and dying for peace belong to at least one religion. Sometimes, in the name of religion, the conflicts and violence are justified, and the efforts of peacemaking builders dehumanize, and organizations are silenced and have become unrecognized. Today, all religions have to come forward and be united in keeping the one vision of making the world a place of justice and peace. Religions have to do with God, or the ultimate and expanding our consciousness, etc. But also they have to deal with confronting, constructing, and repairing the life of the people to live in a way they should live in their lives together in the world. Therefore, what religion have to do now is to change the context, the world, for a better, through its critical way of looking at the challenging factors to the oneness, and work creatively towards the unifying factors such as sustainable peace and human dignity and respect. Therefore, we propose the following to be considered from the religious perspective of peace, justice, and education to work for oneness of humanity. First, religion should collaborate to work for bottom-top approach with civil society leaders on any issues related to peace. Since peace is emphasized in every religion, it can be taken as a common platform to be strengthened by all religions. The term oneness always strikes the minds of the people with the term uniformity, which is not true. Therefore, seeing differences in faith could easily lead a person different than him to see as an enemy. In such situations, without looking into differences and issues, focusing on solutions will be a strength to achieve peace. Secondly, justice should be secured in terms of every aspect of human development. Peace cannot be achieved with experience and last without justice. Steps that are undertaken in the name of human development must make sure that it will not harm the peaceful environment of the planet and violate the rights of the present people of as well as the future generation. In making policies to manage the natural resources and implementations of the same should be just. Such actions will make every world citizen to have food and other needs and to find a solution for the food and resources, crisis resources to food and freedom. Third and finally, peace education should be included in the national and private school curriculum. I'm taking our own context into consideration. Inspiring the lives of the people is possible only through education, which will make people to think of the power of peace rationally. Making the peace education compulsory will open access for students of all schools to study theoretically in all schools and practically in some. Further, this will give a recognition to which under the study curriculum will elevate the level of importance of peace, recognition of the educators and results in the society. In Sri Lankan context, adding to peace education to the curriculum is the in Peruvian education and other religious educations carried out by the religious institutions and places will have a greater impact in the lives of the younger generations. Furthermore, a subject like comparative religion should be made mandatory to create an understanding about all religions, to understand the people and culture so that all will learn to experience their God as in other religions and texts. Let me conclude this sharing, reminding of very frequent saying of, as Reverend Dr. Abraham Karikam said, the Sri Lankan Gandhi, A.T.R. Ratna, the founder of the Sarvodaya Srimadana movement. There are three powers in the world which are very active: power of wealth, power of arm, and the power of religion. But the most powerful one is the power of religion. Let us be empowered by that power to make our world a place of peace. May all religion, I wish and pray, may all religions dive deep into the sea of spirituality to find the pearl of peace so that we, as world citizens, may see and experience the vistas of excellence of peace. May peace fill your hearts and lives so that the world will be filled in peace. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you very much, Father Shelton. Now we are heading to the end of this sequence of religious leaders' speech, and I respectfully invite Professor Abhi Thomas from Bangkok University, South Korea, to render a vote of thanks.
Hello everyone. It is with immense pleasure and gratitude I am attending this summit and standing here. My responsibility is to express the gratitude and thanks for all the participants and especially for all the leaders. Throughout this day, especially after the lunch break, we were hearing continuously about various points and aspects of peace which we need. because of various reasons, peace becomes the need of the hour. Various leaders express their concern about different points about peace. But as our beloved bishop said it correctly, and Guruji's also said, we have heard so much about peace and necessity of peace. No religion invoked us to move without peace, but we are not practicing peace. In our talk, in our writings, in our speeches, in our sessions, in our souvenirs, everywhere we can say peace, peace, peace. Do this, do that. But we are not practicing it. So, as the representatives of various organizations from different parts of the world, let it be our humble submission and rededication to practice peace. And to help us to rededicate us more on this, may I use this time to express our sincere gratitude and thanks on behalf of all the organizers and all the people who are participating in this session. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. God bless.
So, marathon session. Everybody is tired, and good news, the tea is ready. And after tea, there is a session that is, you can say, motivation or life skill. And if you are not properly utilizing your thoughts, your actions, that we cannot achieve peace. And we have 4 experts in the field of psychology, in the field of life skill, what do you call it, corporate sector skills, something like that. So have a tea and please join quickly so we can have that enchanting session. Thank you, sir.